Moed Katan, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Tet. 9th Mishnah, first chapter, Moed Katan. Things you're allowed to do on Chol Hamoed, says the Mishnah. Ma'amidim tanur v'kirayim v'rechaim b'moed. La'amid means to erect. So a tanur is an oven, kirayim is like a stove, a rechaim is a grinder on the Chol Hamoed. This is how they cooked. The way they cooked, let's look at the second part of the Bar Tanura. Shetanurim shalahem mitaltalin ayumi makom lamakom. They cooked outdoors. If you ever go, we went on a tiyul the other day, and you see the area where people lived. You could literally see it in the times of in the ancient times. They lived in these tiny, tiny houses. All of their lives were outside. So they're cooking especially. They had to have a place with the smoke, the chimney, whatever. And so they would cook outside as well. It makes you feel blessed when on cold days to realize just how luxuriously we live. Anyway, the Metaltin, they would take their tanurim, they would sometimes have to take them down and move them to another place. Therefore it says ma'amidin. La'amid means to construct. So you can build and establish your tanur, okay, or your kirayim, or your stove, or your grain grinder, because they would have to make flour on Chol Hamoed. Rabbi Yehuda says, Ein mechavshin et ha-rechaim batchila. The rechaim, in order for the grinder to work, it had two stones, but they couldn't be too smooth, because if they were too smooth, they wouldn't grind properly. So what they would do is, menakavshi means menakrim umakim bepatish ala rechaim. You bang on it. Kashen chalakot yoter midai, vein tochanot yavam. You want to make crevices in one of the stones, or even both of them, so that the grains would enter. You want to make holes in it, or whatever, perforations. It means to perforate it, lenaker, nikur. So therefore, Rabbi Yehuda says, you're not allowed to do that originally, but chila, you can't take a fresh stone and do that. The reason you're allowed to do all of this is because this is the tzarach hamoed. You can construct your oven because you need it for a moed. It's tzarach achila. Okay, he says rechaim is a rechaim shel yad. It's a hand grinder, which makes sense because the large grinders, they would have animals, or they would use some kind of other power source, because it was these huge stones that they couldn't move on their own. And since this is all for tzarach hamoed, okay, to cook, therefore all of these things were permitted. Now it's interesting, that's a perush of the Bar Tanura and Rashi. The Kahati brings the Tosfot who says, it says ma'amidim. Why ma'amidim? Because what it means is they would move these. Let me show you. I have a picture. Okay, this is a shiur I gave. This is a kira. Okay, a kiraim. A kiraim it had the Kahati says it had the place for two stoves. I doubt it was this beautiful, but then they would put the wood or the burning material under it, and they would have a place for two pots. Okay, on the other hand, I think I have a picture of a tanur. I found this on a website somewhere. The tanur was for one pot, and it was wider at the bottom and narrow at the top, and they would put one pot on top of it. This is a tanur, and the other thing is a kirayim. And they came in pieces, and they would take these pieces, and they would plaster them together with mud. Okay, so the Tosfot says, based on this, the Tosfot says that what you could do is you're allowed to be ma'amid. You can reconstruct it. You couldn't make it from nothing. That's Tosfot. Whereas Rashi seems to say you could even construct a pot from scratch on Chol Hamoed, since you need it to eat. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. As always, you can find this in every Mishnah at mishnah.co. Have a good day.